Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Gananam tva Ganapatigam Bhavamake Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashunvanno Divisida Sadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. Prano Devi Saraswati Vajabhirvajinivati Dhinama Vitriyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha-jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Stapakaya cha Dharmasya Sarvadharmaswarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te Namaha. Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Yairime Gurubhih Purvam Padavakya Pramanataha Vyakhyata Sarva Vedantaha Tanityam Pranatosmyaham Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badharayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Vande Bhagavantav Punah Punaha Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Atmavare Drashtavyaha is the commandment. In the last classes, we saw reason for that. It is a natural urge for every human being to see himself as a fulfilled entity, as a Purnaha. He wants to see himself, because his personal judgment makes him to think that he is Apurnaha. Therefore, he goes for varieties of pravritti and nivritti. Initially, by worldly methods, he wants to be fulfilled person by acquiring wealth or pleasure, name, fame, etc. When he finds that all of them don't work, so he goes to religious methods. Veda also gives varieties of methods to get all this materialistic welfare. It is called prayers. Then also he finds himself as an Apurnaha. Then when he becomes tired of all these pursuits, it is like every race a rat wins. But after winning, the rat cannot become a lion. After winning also, rat will be rat one. When a broomstick is decorated with silk cloth, the handle, Still it will be a broomstick. That is the condition of every human. Initially he starts all pravritti with an idea that I am small because of illiteracy. When you become literate, I am small idea doesn't go. The more and more he becomes literate, he finds that he is more and more illiterate. Understand? The more and more you get education, what you find? That there are lots of departments which you don't know. As an MBBS doctor, he may treat a whole body, but as a super specialist, he will tell that is not my department. The more and more he gets education, he finds that his smallness is becoming more and more. Not that his smallness is getting reduced. Similarly, with regard to gaining pleasures also. It is like pouring ghee in the havish fire. Najatu kama kamanam upabhogena shamyati, Shastra says. By providing the desired objects for the pleasure, you cannot be a fulfilled person. So it wants more and more, like a fire which wants more and more oil. Similarly, the mind also finds that it is not possible for him to be fulfilled by any method. But he cannot at the same time stop also, because it is a natural urge, universal urge, choiceless urge. Nor he doesn't have any means, valid means to fulfill himself. When he becomes tired of this pursuit, if he is a dharmic person who has gone for all these worldly and Vedic materialistic fulfillment, gets a chance of being associated with sadhus who have complete vision about themselves. Satsanga becomes a blessing for this person. Knowingly or unknowingly, when he comes to satsanga, there he comes to know about another possibility of being fulfilled without doing anything. Because the sadhu is happy, fulfilled, having nothing whatever this seeker was having. The seeker finds the sadhu is happy. The seeker is unhappy with crores of money in his bank balance, but the sadhu is happy without a penny. The seeker is unhappy with lots of people around him. The sadhu is happy having none to be claimed as his own. How is it? In the life of Alexander, Alexander wanted to have everything in the world. He wanted to conquer all the nations and want to have all pleasures. As even he was walking on the shores of the Ganga, the people, army walas, saw one fellow was lying down on the Ganga shore without even having a cloth, putting one leg on another leg, like a Raja of this whole world. Then these army fellows threatened him, hey, get up, king is coming, Alexander the Great is coming. So this sadhu who was lying down like a baby without having any cloth, thinks, I am lying down here thinking that I am the king of this universe. These fellows are coming and telling that somebody is coming as king. Let me see who is that. So he refused to get up and run away. By the time Alexander came, so he saw this man is fully fearless, fully satisfied, beaming with joy and cheerfulness. He asked, who are you? The sadhu asked, same question I want to ask you, who are you? I am the Alexander the Great. Oh, great in what respect? Don't argue with me. I will kill you. Then Sadhu told, you cannot kill me. I am the killer. I am the killed. I am the killing sword. And of course, I am the killing action also. When he talked like this, Alexander immediately remembered his Gurudev. So he told, you are going to India. I wish you to come safely. Because there are two possibilities. Either you will die there or you will become a person without having any desire. Because there are people, Mahatmas, Sadhus, whom you will meet in your journey and they will change your mind. If you find anyone like that wise man, you please bring him. That is a gift I want from you as a Guru Dakshina. Like that he told. So how to find out a Mahatma or a Sadhu? Then this fellow remembered. His Gurudev told, when you don't understand what they talk, that is a sign of their knowledge. Then immediately he remembered, Hare, this fellow is telling, I am the killer, I am the killed, I am the killing action and sword also. He must be Mahatma. Then he offered namaskars and requested, please come along with me to my nation. I will take care of you, you will be very happy. Then the sadhu asked, now how you find me? You are a happy person now also. Then why you are calling me? I won't come. I am happy. So neither he could offer anything gift to that person, nor he could threaten that person, because the person, the sadhu, was having knowledge. He is a completely fulfilled person. When a seeker stumbles upon this sadhu, it's all by chance only. By purva punya, karma only you stumble upon satsanga. So they reveal there is another possibility of being fulfilled as per the vision given in the Veda. As per the Vedic vision, whatever you are seeking happen to be fortunately you yourself. Aitadatmyam idagam sarvam tat satyam sa atma tattvamasi shvetaketo. That is the vision. It is a blessed vision for every human being in the world who is seeking fulfillment. Tattvamasi shvetaketo. Shvetaketu was the seeker there. You are that, oh my dear seeker, you are that. Whatever you are seeking for, happen to be fortunately, you are already that. And it is a big shock for the seeker to hear this. What? Being myself the fulfilled entity, I am searching for fulfillment. It is not a casual statement. All the Upanishads talks about this. In fact, that portion of the Veda which talks about this Nitya Purnatvam is called a Upanishad. That portion of the Veda which talk about the ever-existing fulfillment is called Upanishad. So with that Upanishadic vision, when the sadhu says, my dear seeker, you are that already. Now the option for the seeker is either to accept or not. But you cannot disprove this statement. You cannot say, Swamiji, you are wrong. You cannot say that. Nor you can say, you are good man, therefore I believe. Now, your sense organ, your own mind, and the world around you, the people around you, situations around you, revealed you as a unfulfilled person, apurnaha. And in front of you, one person, very minority. Actual minorities are in the world are These jnanis only. So that sadhu says you are already fulfilled person. Now there are two statements in front of you about yourself, and you have to decide which one you will take as a factual statement. One says you are full and complete, Purnaha, another says you are Apurnaha. And the Apurna side is more valid because you have struggled and struggled and struggled. You have your own personal experience. This Vedic vision, a feeble statement, Tattvamasi, one word only. Tattvamasi. Three words are put together as a joint word. Tattvamasi. This is the Vedic vision. Now, you cannot say that I believe. You cannot say I don't believe. You cannot say the statement is a wrong statement. You have to give a benefit of doubt to that sadhu to explain to you what he means by that statement. Correct? Because if you say, I believe you, I believe your statement, then you don't understand anything. Suppose if I come and say, you had a great grandfather, what you will tell? I believe, will you tell? I don't believe, will you tell? Or you are wrong, can you tell? So it is a knowledge. With regard to knowledge, you have to ask question, please explain. That only you can ask. Because belief is something which is a judgment given before verification. Belief is something, a judgment given before verification. Suppose when I say, I am the messenger of God, you have a choice to believe or not to believe. You cannot have a choice to verify. Suppose if you believe, you are given the judgment that it is right. If you don't believe, you are given a judgment that it is wrong. But you cannot say it is a knowledge. Because it is a judgment given before verification. There is no possibility of verification for it. That is why the religions based on belief system, Semitic religion they call, Judaism, Christianity and Islam, all are religions based on belief system. They need a group of people to continuously assert this belief generation after generation. They need an organization. They need a head, a papacy. So they have to keep that belief and repeat it to every generation. Understand? So repeated assertion like a mesmerism. There is no point in verification at all. Nobody can verify. I am the messenger of God. I am the only son of the God. God has sent me. God told me. These are all beliefs. And it will die when the believer dies. Correct? It cannot be communicated to the next generation. It cannot be made to understand by the next generation. And you have a choice whether to accept it or reject it. But with regard to knowledge, it is communicable. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. You cannot say I believe, you cannot say I don't believe. Nor you can say, why can't it be 1.5? Your whims and fancies doesn't have any place there. And when it started, this knowledge, nobody knows. When physics knowledge came into existence in the creation, can anyone know? When gravitation theory came into existence, nobody knows. We say that Newton found out. In that particular generation, Newton might have found out. Understood? So before Newton's arrival, there were monkeys. My Acharya used to say, there were monkeys and monkey children, kids. No, what is the meaning of gravitational force? The child is holding the mother monkey. Nobody has taught all child monkeys. There is a gravitational force. If you don't hold your mummy, you will fall down and your head will break. Nobody told. Monkeys know this physics. So knowledge doesn't have any Adi or Anta. Belief has Adi, Anta. And knowledge is communicable. You can ask the same question repeatedly 1,000 times also. The teacher will not mind it. He will explain. So it doesn't depend upon the discoverer. Knowledge of a particular thing doesn't depend upon the discoverer. It belongs to the whole humanity. So therefore, the discoverer doesn't need a group of people around him. Even the whole world says, sun is rotating. There was a scientist who told, no sir. Galileo, I think. He was murdered because his scientific invention went against the biblical statement. So the Galileo told, Arey, you may kill me, but you cannot kill my discovery. So you cannot kill the knowledge. That is why, in spite of 1,000 years of persecution by the other cultures who don't value this knowledge, in India we have still alive this Guru Parampara. We have this knowledge vibrantly in the minds of the people. Maybe few, but they are very, very fearless. You understand? Because knowledge they have, knowledge cannot be destroyed. If it is a belief, then once you kill all the people, belief will die. Here, it is a knowledge. The entire humanity goes off also, no problem. Bhagavan will come to say this fact as a human being and start Guru Parampara. That's what we find in Bhagavatam. All the three worlds have forgotten this knowledge. And there was a declaration from Hiranyakashipu, there is no God. "73 Chaturyugas he ruled it." I told you, one Chaturyuga is equal to 43 lakhs 20,000 years in human years. Like that, 73 Chaturyugas. But still after that also, a small boy of 5-year-old has come into existence in this world and told, Narayana is the only truth. And you happen to be that Narayana, oh my dear father. You want to be a deathless person from the standpoint of your body. You are already a deathless person from the standpoint of your real nature. When he told Hiranyakashipu could not accept all this nonsense, so he wanted to destroy the sadhu. So this knowledge cannot be destroyed, nor it can be dismissed as a wrong. Now many Newton's theories are dismissed by Einstein. All the PhDs are dismissed. Many PhDs in science are dismissed. So the wrong theory will also got PhD. The dismisser also gets PhD. That time he was right, then we found out not right now. Understood? Unlike This type of PhD theories, this is not a theory. This is a fact about yourself. You have only one choice, whether to pursue it or not to pursue it. Whether to understand it or not to understand it. You have only one choice. So when you are tired of applying all the methods and when you are convinced that no method is working, then naturally you will go for perceiving this knowledge. That is why Shastra told Atmavare Drashtavya. Do you understand the meaning of statement now? So Atmavare Drashtavya. Kasmat Yesmat Tattvamas. See yourself, look at yourself. Why I should look at myself? Because you are that what you are searching for. You are already free. You are already Purnaha here and now. So it is not a casual statement. And every Upanishad talks about it. And Bhagavan Shankaracharya has taken 4 statements from 4 Vedas to point out entire Veda Pramanam talks about this only. And this is the message of the Veda. This is the vision of Veda which gives blessing to the humanity immediately. In Rig Veda, there is a Upanishad called Aitareya Upanishad. In that Upanishad, he has taken Prajnanam Brahma. It is called Mahavakya. Great statement. Mahavakya means great statement. All statements we hear in our life happen to be not great statement because they are not helping us to find our Purnatva. Suppose somebody says you are a rich person. After telling that, you show a donation book and ask for donation. Immediately what he will tell? I am not great, that much great. Understood? You are a great scientist. You are a great educationist. After telling this, you ask, can you make rasam? Do you know how to make rasam? Can you make coffee for me? He will tell, no, I don't know. So any statement from any standpoint with the word great becomes a falsified statement next moment. But this statement cannot be falsified as long as humanity exists. That is why it is called Mahavakya. That Vakya, that statement which reveals your intrinsic greatness. All other greatness are not intrinsic, incidental greatness. You acquired it. All other greatness are, you acquired it. From body onwards, you acquired it. Even your good character, you acquired it, maybe in the previous Janma. But this one you never acquired it. It is your intrinsic nature. It is like coffee acquiring heat and fire having heat. Fire's heatness is intrinsic, coffee's hot is incident. Do you understand now? So whatever human being gains happen to be incidental gain only. Therefore, any statement about the greatness of that gain becomes a falsified statement. But this statement can never be falsified because it is pointing out your intrinsic great. Therefore, it is called Mahavakyaha, a great statement. What is that statement? You are Purnaha, here and now. You need not wait for Purnatvam. You need not do anything for that Purnatvam. So Rig Veda, Aitareya Upanishad, Prajnanam Brahma. Then come to Yajurveda, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Aham Brahmasmi. Then Samaveda, Chandogya Upanishad, Tattvamasi. Then Atharvana Veda, Mandukya Upanishad, Ayam Atma Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Ayam Atma Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma. Consciousness is infinite. That's the meaning. Consciousness is infinite. One statement. Ayam Atma Brahma. This I is infinite. Ayam, this I is infinite. Tattvamasi. You are infinite. Aham Brahmasmi. I am infinite. Got the point? All talks about same entity by different people in a different role. Prajnanam Brahma. Teacher says to the seeker, consciousness is infinite. Because when a seeker comes crying, if teacher says immediately you are infinite, you are Purnaha, you are Ananda Swarupaha, you are Nitya Mukta Buddha Swabhavaha, like that. Oh Swami, he'll go away. So he brings as a third entity, Prajnanam. So unknown word Prajnanam. Again. That again is great. Okay. I don't have any problem because I cannot contradict. Let him be great. Okay, no problem. Then he comes, sits. Again he continues to sit. I am Atma. This I is Brahman. Consciousness Brahma he told. Now he is telling, coming to I is Brahman. Maybe somebody, some I, not the I which I understood. Then statement, Tattvamasi. You are that I, you are that consciousness, therefore you are that infinite. Oh. Then he goes into confusion. How can you say that I am great? Then he argues and tries to disprove it. There is a story in our parampara to disprove this Tattvamasi. Acharya Swamiji used to say. There was a sannyasi who was teaching this. All the time he was teaching this. So that fellow could not accept. How can I be the God? With all these defects, how can I be the God? Then he told, enough. Swamiji, enough. I am going to join another Gurukula which teaches you are not God. In our culture, we have school for all ideas. Okay? No problem. They can coexist. For this also somebody will be there. For that school also somebody will be there. Okay? So, audience will be there. For Advaita always. And audience will be there for Dvaita also always. Dvaita means what? I am not God. I am Parichinnaha. That is the meaning. I am not God when I say I am Parichinnaha. I am Purnaha. Tattvamasi. Aham Brahmasmi. So this fellow went out to another 12 years he studied. How I am not God. That's called Dvaita Vedanta, it is called. Dvaita Vedanta. Madhva Acharyas and Ramanuja Acharyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhus, varieties of Dvaita Vedanta. In fact, other than Advaitin, nobody accepts this Tattvamasi as a factual statement. We will come across when we proceed further. Other than Advaitin, nobody accepts this statement as a factual statement. Either they dump it as a flowery statement or they dump it as a Wrong statement. Or they try to misinterpret it. This portion of Tattvamasi comes in Chandogya Upanishad. Aitad Atmyam idagam sarvam tat satyam sa atma Tattvamasi Shvetaketa. Dirgha is there, A is there. So one Acharya added one more A. Statement will not change. Understood? Dirgha plus Rasva, that long vowel plus short vowel becomes long vowel only. And you keep long vowel also without adding anything, it stays as long vowel. So Atma Tattvamasi. That is the statement. So he added one more A. Atma Atattvamasi. 9 times it has told. Like that interpretations are there. So he went to that school. Atattvamasi, Atattvamasi, Atattvamasi. He learned with all logics. They are very good at logics. These Dvaitins always are good at logics. Advaitins are not that much good in logic. Because they know the limitations of the logic. They finally fall back to the Shastra Pramana. So logic can make ulta palta. One time he can prove that pot is the adhara for milk. Another time you can prove milk is the adhara for the existence of pot. Varieties of methods are there. We will come across. So he went to that school and studied it 12 years and came back to argue with this ex-teacher and defeat him in argument and prove to the society that he is misguiding the others and convert them, all of them, as Dvaitins. So he came to this old school. There that Acharya, being a sannyasi, he was sitting for shaving. By the time the ex-disciple came, "Oh, how are you?" "I am fine." "What is the purpose of coming here after 12 years? "No, I want to have a debate with you and argue with you and prove that I am not God." Atattvamasi is the right statement, not Tattvamasi. Okay, he told, "All right, after taking bath, I will come and sit with you and I will call all the students also." Like that, with all humility, he told. The barber was shaving. After getting shaved, in those days they used to show the mirror. So, India shines. So, it's all shining, that head is shining. Then when he saw this shaven head shining, so he generally, after shaving, we sadhus used to bow down to the barber. Generally, that's because he has given his parishrama. So he bowed down to the barber, the sannyasi bowed down to the barber. "You are Narayana. You alone can give this type of shining. What a tejas you have given." Like that he bowed down. That barber told, "Are Swami, have you become mad? You are calling me Narayana? I am not Narayana. I am not God." Like that he went out. Sannyasi saw that disciple, ex-disciple. Without studying 12 years, this barber says, "I am not God." To say I am not God, you studied 12 years. It's a futile effort. Without anybody telling, everybody knows I am not God. Everybody knows I am Apurnaha. Everybody knows I am not Purnaha. If at all Veda comes to existence as a valid source of knowledge, it should reveal this one, which no sense organs, no mind in the world, no intellect in the world can reveal. You understand? So, Tattvamasi is a statement. When it is assimilated, it becomes Aham Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma, Tattvamasi Shvetaketo, Aham Brahma. It's a journey. Our Upanishadic journey will be from all these stages. First stage itself, we require a lot of introspection and lot of vairagya to understand the first statement. What is that first statement? For our study, I am telling. First statement means for our study. For our study, it will be in Prajnanam Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmas. Like that, thousands of statements are there in the Upanishad. When we proceed in the Upanishadic study, I will point out which are all Mahavakya. Thousands of statements are there. Shankaracharya has taken 4 statements as a sample from 4 Vedas to point out that entire Veda talks about only one thing, about your Purnatvam. So therefore, Atmava are Drashtavyaha. Since you cannot dismiss this Vedic revelation as a wrong thing, because you don't have any data to dismiss. People say, no, there is no God, there is no God. How they know? To say there is no God also, they should have data. Just because I am not able to see through my physical eyes, I cannot say that there is no God. People are there to say that. Kadavul irundal varattu. If Bhagavan is there, let him stand in front of me. Why he should stand in front of you? So you to say that it is not there also, you need a data. So you cannot dismiss the statement, you are God. I am remembering one incident happened when I was in Chennai, some 8 years before this happened. One tall, bulky American citizen came. He was having some software company in Chennai, it seems. So somebody told, please go to Ramakrishna Mission and talk to Swamis, like that. So he came searching along with his assistants. They are Indians. So he came and sat in front of me and introduced himself. Swami, I am from America. What do you want to tell to me? What your organization, Ramakrishna Mission, wants to tell to me? What your nation, your culture, your religion wants to tell to me? This was the question. I was in a jovial mood. Immediately I understood. So he wants some spiritual teaching. Then I told, you are God. That is the message. I want to tell to you, my organization wants to tell to you, my entire Vedic culture, Vedic literatures and Vedic teachings are this only. When I told, immediately the response was very spontaneous. Oh my God, I am God. Like that he told. It was, he jumped from the seat, from chair, bulky person, and shouted also. People around me, they, another Swamis and others, why is he shouting like that? Oh Swami, I am God. Like that he touched it like this. Yes, you are God. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. But my wife says I am donkey. That's all. When you hear a contradictory statement, any contradictory statement about yourself, then you will naturally compare another statement. Correct? So when I told you are God, immediately his mind goes to another statement told by his wife. With all sadness in his face, he told, my wife says I am donkey. Then I told, you have to find out which statement is correct. That is the pursuit, that is called spiritual life, I told. Everyone can have the right to say anything about yourself, but you cannot accept all statements of others as a factual statement about you. Then I asked, are you happy with this statement? I asked. Do you feel happy when I say you are God? Yes, Swami. At least one person in the whole world, I never heard. Always I was hearing in the church and other places that I am a sinner like that. You are the one person, very innocent you are. You are calling me as God, Swami. Like that he was feeling happy. Then no, just to pacify you, just to cajole you, I did not say. This is the factual statement. That is a fact about yourself, my dear, I told. So he became very happy and stood and asked me to stand up also. He hugged me, gave pranami also, $100 in those days. And he was very happy. Then how to find out the statement as a fact in my life? Then I told, go through this process. I bought some books, Gospel of Sri Ram Krishna, like that, some books, preparatory books, and gave it to him. So it was a great happy occasion for him. At least one person calls me, I am divine, I am Purnaha. At the same time, it is a statement of irritation. It's a matter of irritation because whether this is truth or that is truth. I am Apurnaha is the truth, I am donkey is the truth, or I am God is the truth. Every person around me gives one type of judgments about myself, and my own mind has given judgment about myself. And one person in the entire creation, namely the sadhu, treats me, wants to make me to understand that I am divine. My Acharya Swami used to say, to anyone I can tell this. Nobody can get irritation. They will be all happy. When a donkey comes, I can say, Tattvamasi donkey. When a Devata comes, I can say, Tattvamasi. When Ishvara comes, I can say, Tattvamasi. Then the question comes, if this is the statement which cannot be dismissed, which cannot be disproved as the wrong statement, and if this is the statement about me, and this is the statement, a factual one about me, then why I am suffering? Then that sadhu says, your judgments are due to ignorance about this fact. You have given judgment about yourself based on certain data. Those data are given by your senses, your mind, and other senses, others' mind. Do you know? Provider of data is erroneous. See, I am asking to measure a room. You say it is 10 feet. I say it is 8 feet only. Which one is right? And you show to me, Swami, 1 feet scale. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 10 times, 10 feet. I say, no, I will not accept it. Because the very scale is not perfect. Understood? You measured the room. Have you measured the scale? Have you measured the scale? Do you know what are all the imperfections in that scale? Which provided you the data, which happened to be erroneous data, based on which erroneous data you have come to the conclusion. Purusha buddhi doshaha. Shat. There are 6 problems in our sense organs and mind. Mind has 6 types of errors intrinsically. Manufacturing defect. So we cannot blame them also. What are all they? Purusha buddhi doshaha. First dosha is ajnanam. The mind cannot know anything unless it is taught. Human mind cannot know anything unless it is taught. Mother has to teach even how to brush, how to spit. During brushing, mother will tell, hey, tuppu, hey, spit out, this fellow will swallow. Understand? He will swallow the paste. How to dress, how to keep yourself clean. Everything is taught. Only one entity in the entire creation which doesn't require any teaching is called Ishvara. Many entities, many living beings wherein teaching are invalid are called animals, aquatic creatures, other living beings. Only one living being to which teaching is valid is human being. Ishvara doesn't need teaching. Human being you can teach. Other living beings there is no possibility of teaching. So human mind is naturally ignorant. Then second imperfection is samshaya. The knowledge which he gains can be shaken by doubts. Samshaya. Third one is viparyaya, erroneous knowledge. It is knowledge but erroneous. Seeing a rope, this fellow jumps and says, "Ayyo, snake! Allah, snake!" He runs away seeing a rope perceiving as snake. Perceiving snake in innocent rope is called erroneous knowledge. That is a knowledge. That's why he jumped, ran away also. But brought back and torchlight can be put on the rope and say, "Hey, this is not like it is." So error is corrected. Correct? So erroneous. Then pramadaha, oversightedness or negligence. Accident happens because of this pramada one. When you drive, what happens? Because of negligence, you ask any person, "Have you planned, sir, today for accident?" No. Don't you know how to drive? I know. But why accident happened? Pramada. Then fifth one is vipralabdhi. Purposely it gives wrong knowledge for us. Our own mind. Because of certain problems. If a person is attached to one particular form or an object, that object captures his mind and gives wrong knowledge. So for a drunkard, alcohol says, "I am good for you." Good times. Kingfisher. Taking alcohol is equal to good time. It's a people of the cheating. It is cheating. Then sixth one is apatukkaranatum, the limitations of our sense organ. With certain frequency only our sense organs can work. That sound which is heard by polar bear can never be heard because it can hear up to 40 kilometers distance sound. That sight which is gained by the eagle, we cannot have. So, these are all the Purusha Buddhi dosha. So, your scale themselves are erroneous and they have provided you data, and keeping that data as a factual one, you have made a judgment, and the judgment you consider as a factual one. It cannot be a fact. Judgments are wrong because data are wrong. Data are wrong because the pramanam, the provider of data, are erroneous. Therefore, you have to think again about your self-judgment. Atmava are drashtavya. Look at yourself. It is like telling a person who jumps and cries, seeing a snake and running away, bringing him and say, "Snake va are drashtavya." You got the point? Here the object of fear and apurnatam is the word I, Atma. Got the point? About which you are a dissatisfied person, that same thing should be looked at again. You have to think back. So that is called pursuit of knowledge. Because of repeated mesmerism, you have come to this conclusion, which happened to be a wrong conclusion. So your conclusion is a wrong one. If you say that your conclusion about yourself as an Apurnaha is a factual one, then never try to become a Purna. Because the fact cannot be changed. In fact, what cannot be changed is called fact. If Apurnatam is the fact of yourself, then why you are trying to change? Why you are trying to change? Anything cannot be changed is called fact. And Apurnatam is fact. Then, how can you try to change that fact? And try to become a Purna? So there is only one possibility. What? You may be Purna, but feeling Apurna. In weather websites they will tell, actual temperature feels like, they will put in. That means there are two things, which is actual and which is felt. Understood? There are so many reasons to feel like that. That's not the problem. What is the fact? If Apurnatam is the fact about yourself, why you are struggling to change it? You cannot change it. Accept it. And row. Cry. Spend the entire life in crying. So you have only one choice. To give the benefit of doubt to the teacher. I may be wrong, he may be right. This benefit of doubt is called Shraddha. Got the point? If you say I am right, then over. Entire game is over. Dirgha Ishman Bhava. Dirgha Ishman Bhava. Because you yourself say you are right, that means your statement about yourself is a fact. That means your Apurnatam is the fact. And anything which is fact cannot be changed. So you are made to cry. Live long life and cry. That is the blessing. Whenever sadhu say Dirgha Ishman Bhava, this is the hidden meaning, you know. Dirgha Ishman Bhava means what? Live long. Live long for what? If you gain this knowledge, you will live long as a happy person like Hanumanji. He is still alive, like Prahlada Swami, Uddhava Swami, Vyasacharya. They are still alive with body, physical body. People can see them if they are qualified in tapas. And address also is given. If you go to Chitrakoot, you can see Hanumanji. Tulsidas Maharaj saw. Shankaracharya saw Vyasacharya, Ramanujacharya saw Vyasacharya. Not only seeing, arguing also. Argument, teaching where classes are going on. So they don't bother about the longevity of life. Even if the entire Srishti, if they are asked to live in this world, they are happy. Because what problem is? But for you, it is a curse. With ignorance, living a long life is a curse. So in order to avoid this curse, you have only one choice. What is that? Giving the benefit of doubt to the teacher. To the teacher means to the Vedic Sampradaya. That means to the teaching. What is the teaching? Tattvamasi. How it is a factual statement. How your judgments are erroneous. The teacher has to explain. For that you have to be humble. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्म सम्प्राप्त कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञान प्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्री जगन्नाथो मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वहि साक्षीभूतम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वहि साक्षीभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि।